Nyame be punish woman na. But let me tell you, Oko Jubilee House is here. You ask yourself, were there human beings living there?
Offices now say the general environment.
The entire Jubilee House have been reduced to nothing.
Hey.
Very dirty, unkept, misused, lack of maintenance. Bibiaye Basa at the seat of the president.
And Jubilee House, no, I'm
telling you, sir, I'm inviting you. That was where President Akufo-Addo was operating from until 7th January.
Yeah, but
I'm describe it as a dirty place, a place of filth.
I'm asking Mustapha, say, the halls are Omanpenyin swear ministers ni in, no? Is that also part of the rundown place? I can answer me.
There be say hall there, hall. The Jubilee House is a big place. Come to a tour and see. I was thinking, sir, when the regional ministers were complaining, there was some element of a you until I went to the Jubilee House. So you ask yourself, every year in, year out, that the presidential budget was ballooned at the expense of the ordinary taxpayer. No? You ask yourself, what were they doing? Look, gardening is poor, painting, nothing, lighting, poor, misuse of furniture. The entire building is unkept. Or you ask yourself if intellectuals were the people who occupy the Jubilee House, people who hold Louis Vuitton suits and watches and bags, people who have taste for dollars, were they the people operating from the presidency?
Mustapha, is this a ploy to want to get a budget for the renovation of the place? And I will be throw away in to test the waters and answer there.
I'm telling you, come and see. You know, me what is wrong, I'll talk about it. Come, go to the place. You see, you should help us build this country. Me, I don't do politics, so I do my politics as a ministry. The judgment is between me and God. But let me tell you what is wrong. I will talk about it. Let me not be remembered for being a hypocrite, but a young man who stood for the cause of justice and what is right. The ordinary Ghanaian is suffering. Obi pe 20 Ghana cedis. Akwa kutreduane ne wontimi nya. Obi the hospital ya hye no oniska obi triaka. Owufo bi su said you obehwe ne mampo oniska no wahwe ne ma. If you have state officials who have lived very recklessly, managed, destroy the country, different from what they do to their private companies, then you ask yourself there, was it deliberate malice to punish the people of Ghana? Was it incompetence? Was it recklessness? Or it is just shared wickedness on the part of the regime of President Akufo-Addo and his appointees to punish the people of Ghana for making them come into the presidency of Ghana?
Yeah, but Mustapha, you'd also realize hitherto na Jubilee House and Nim ho lawns ne wo ho no obehwe aye dry, aye brown, tan, and I recall when Nana-Addo came to occupy the Jubilee House, one of the first things from here is to bring back the lush green nature of the lawns, no. And I'm not for so I recall, what you are saying now, no, a bit weird that the Jubilee House. I'm not. You are
a journalist, well respected. We are in here. Come to the Jubilee House, visit the, and then you say whether I'm speaking from the sky or I'm speaking from experience. And then the conversation said, what the person has come to meet must stop. The reality is that Obi, the carpenter kunjana na esi ukonso anymore. Now better wheelchair. It is not enough to say that by the time you leave Asempa, you should put back a carpentry chair.
Yeah.
It is not enough. And I'm saying that the presidency was recklessly managed. They ran down the place. It's dirty.
Wow.
I'm saying it. If you want, come and visit the place. Will MPP also defend this kind of acts?
Mustapha, what it is about a host is here. Is it some who heaps of refuse and now say furniture na ya say no curtains na say walls na paintings na why what actually is the problem?
Did you actually for once interviewed the regional ministers? Did you send your people to visit the region?
I went to Ashanti region myself. And
did you see it?
Many of my in the breaky story the state of the residency of Ashanti region. Yes, I saw it.
Did you see it?
I saw it.
You testified that it was unkept.
Yes, it was terrible.
You also testified that the person who was the regional minister was educated and an elite, a politician of this country.
Yes, he was not living in the residency actually. Now,
do you also know that Volta region, the regional minister is one of the richest persons in the Volta region today?
I know he's a private businessman. That's also a richest.
That is correct.
Region,
because I schooled there, and the regional minister owned one of the biggest hotels.
Yes,
one of the biggest
Sky
malls.
Plus Hotel. I know of Sky
So
Plus.
I then tell you that the residency was run down as we speak. And so the question is, will these individuals manage their homes the way they have managed government facilities? Let me go back to Ashanti region before I come back to the Jubilee House. The way the regional minister have run down the residency, which is a government installation, and the excuse is that he wasn't living there. Is it justifying the fact that he's not living there? We should abandon state properties to be run down? And if you come to the case of the Jubilee House, if you go to Eastern region, the regional minister cannot go and live at the residency. Just run down the place. Call the regional minister and interview her. Go to the presidency, and I therefore invite you. You would have all security clearance to check the way President Akufo-Addo has kept the Jubilee House. If that is the way it was handed over to him, and if there was anybody that would justify the budget, the expenditures of the presidency, and what we see today, so we'll be disabling the company.
Yeah, we'll do that. But Mustapha, what is curious, and it's the president of the republic, the new president, and any appointees, occupy Jubilee House, or for some, the better part of the last 1 month. And if we are still talking after 1 month, say the place is dirtier, then
if the government that understands poverty and what it takes to salvage poor people, being the leader, President John Dramani Mahama,
yes,
is not living to taste and saying that the most important thing is that I must do the business of the people of Ghana. In the last 1.5 months, he's been busy setting up government. In fact, the speed at which he is setting his government up is unprecedented. If you check the records, sometimes it even takes 1 year, 6 months, and suddenly are setting up government every year. The fact that they have taken over government and operating from same at the presidency is not enough to say that it is not a dirty place, it has not been kept well, it has not been maintained properly.